Wrong button. Hey. Okay, I needed to come on to sort of test what my new algorithm is going to be now that I made my account private. I honestly, I've been having a really hard time the past week or so. That's why I haven't been on like when I first started doing my lives. Hello, welcome in. And it's mainly been, and I didn't want to talk about it too much on my post because I'm trying to figure out, now that I made my account private, who can actually see my posts, who can actually see my lives. The reason being, I still hadn't left the church before I decided to go public with my card readings and my tarot and all that stuff. So I grew up Catholic, the strictest Christian religion, right? So when they saw somebody from my church jumped into one of my lives and asked what I was doing, and she went and told on me, and right now I am kicked out of the group I was helping in at church. And although it does hurt a little bit because I've been there for over 20 years, it's also sort of liberating. But I didn't want to upset any more people. So I set my account to private. And I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that, but I'm thinking for right now, this is the best way to go. The people who are here are meant to be here and be able to see this. Hey, Debbie. I was trying to see what was going to happen now that I changed my account to private. Who actually gets to see my live? So at least this way I won't get any trolls. I'm sure of it. And I'm still sort of having a hard time with this whole everything that happened. Now, I don't think I've told you yet, Deb, because I haven't talked to you in a bit, or I don't think I messaged you about this, but I'm officially out of the choir until I go talk to a priest, is how they worded it. So that's as of Monday. I got the official, this wasn't a message, okay? A message I had to scroll through that I can't be in the choir until I talk to a priest about all this. So I imagined this. I just didn't imagine how I would feel when it actually happened. After being there for over 20 years. After helping for over 20 years. Deb, can you jump on in the box? Oh, I know that. I know that for sure. I still feel connected. I still know my true feelings about that God and Jesus, and my beliefs are very much intact. With my own plot twists, I should say. Now, the only one I've told about my last, so I did a session with Juliana last Monday. In this meditation, I got to see the full, and I honestly feel like this has to have been a past life. Because I kept repeating the same glimpse of this past for weeks. I kept repeating the same event, the same scenario, the same place, the same people. It repeated for weeks. So last week, I got to see the whole life, all the details, everything. So in this meditation, I was a healing woman back in the pre-Spanish conquest of Mexico. So I was in the jungle, and I was a teacher. I had students, and I could see the pyramids and everything, like as if it would have been back then before the Spaniards came in and conquered, right? So I was a teacher. I sort of did what I do now. Like, I just knew what people had, and I knew what people were sick, and I was sending them over to the herbal place or to get their herbs, or I was sending them to like a chiropractor guy. Like, I was checking everybody and their ailments, whatever they had, and sending them to the right people to help them out. And then, so when the Spaniards came in, that was a part of that past life that I kept seeing for weeks, where I was telling everybody to just pretend, go with the flow, just pick up the religion for our safety, because we didn't want anything to happen to us. I didn't want anything to happen to them. I was trying to convince them to just do it, to just pretend, to just adopt the religion so we could be safe, so we could stay alive. So that's the one part that kept repeating for weeks and weeks and weeks. The part of me calming everyone down and convincing them to be Catholic. You know, for our new people that were trying to harm us if we didn't. So that's the part that kept repeating for weeks and weeks and weeks. But I saw the rest of it in this meditation. So the rest of what happened in this meditation was my students and I had continued in secret to heal people. So in secret, we continued to do what we knew what to do. Help people. And there were people getting sick. So this was diseases. And we didn't know how to help. We didn't know what this was. We were trying all our herbs, and we were getting sick. It was chaos, but we were trying in secret. But towards the end of that, I got caught. And I was happy none of my students got caught. But I got caught, and that's where it ended. And so this was just a few weeks ago, right? That gave me a whole new perspective to how I used to view this religion I grew up in. Completely different set of eyes. And I don't know if I tapped in a lot harder with this event or past life or something, because I started researching my grandmother's people, ancestry, the native people of where she came from. And one of the things I found curious about this was in their language, they didn't have an X, so the letter X, they didn't have it. So a lot of people that come from that region can't pronounce an X. I always wondered why my grandmother would give us all nicknames, but most specifically anybody with an X in their name, she cannot pronounce it. So she completely changed the name always. So while researching her stuff, that was something that showed up in the Wikipedia, I think it was. And it got me thinking, Now, I had already had visions of this past thing, and I think that's what got me into researching my own grandmother. But I feel like my soul is so tied to this tribal energy, this tribal force, I felt so beautiful going into the meditation and being this healing woman and helping people and doing it so naturally. And just like in this meditation, I would just look at people and I would know what was hurting. I would know what they had. Like, I would just look at them and I knew in this meditation. And so I don't know if, because when I experienced something, I told you, Juliana, so I'm telling you now, so now you're going to know. When all this started happening, it felt like I had done it before. I knew it wasn't in this lifetime. My knowing where to put my hands, knowing what to do with my hands, knowing what to do with the energy coming through my head, it felt like I knew what to do. Like I had done it before. Like I just felt it in my heart, in my soul, like it was just so natural when it started happening. And so much else started coming, and when I said I need to do my cards again, choosing to do it, choosing to use cards as my tools as well as a pendulum, okay, which is witchy, which is sinful, which is evil. I've never felt like it's evil. Even growing up in this very strict religious community, I have never seen this stuff as evil, the tools, because I feel like it's the person and the intent that sets that up, the way you use the tools. Because even biblically, wasn't John who used a bowl with water to see the messages, God's messages in a bowl of water? Yes, the pendulum with incense. So I always see that because I've always sang at funerals. And at the end, they always use that. The incense. There's so much ritualistic stuff going on in just a mass, right? A Catholic mass. But there's so much divination as well in the Bible, in the big book, right? Except when we use it outside of the church, that's when it's bad. That's when it's evil. That's when, you better watch out. You're just... So the message I've been getting for 2 weeks. 2 weeks straight. And I got like 4 phone calls yesterday that I ignored from the church people, right? Is that I am confused. That I am confused about what I'm doing here. Yep, the chanting. I mean, even praying. And don't get me started on the rosary. Because there is one reason why I never pray the rosary besides when someone passed. Because some people they're not careful with their words when they start praying the rosary. And they call in so many people. So my one experience was with the lady that called in all the lost souls of purgatory, and they came in and I felt them, and it was like a crowd of people. Like, we need to be careful with our words. We need to choose our words wisely. We need to think good thoughts. We need to be very careful with what goes on in our head, with what comes out of our mouth, with everything. Not even in a religious context. And I have to say this. Okay, so I'm the only one that felt all these people coming in, right? All these invisible people. I felt them. I felt them all around me. Yeah, nobody else saw that. Right? So if I go and tell a priest everything I'm telling you guys, he's gonna say, okay, these are demons. These are, I don't know what he would have said. I'm telling you guys, the 3 of you in here, because you are way more open-minded than any religious person is, than any priest will be. Because anything that is not within that religious construct, that is not specifically like in the laws or the book or I don't know, whatever, is evil, is bad, or is demonic automatically. And anything not done within the church or inside the church is evil and demonic and whatever. But I bet you, if I had told them about my gift, if I had told the church first about my gift, first they would have tested me. Then they would have tested my faith. I don't know. They would have tested me first, right? And then set me up to work every week or twice a week and for all the people there, right? Which I would not have minded. But people going to church already have bigger faith than maybe a lot of people out here. Yeah, yep. First they would do all of that. And I was reading up on any saint, okay, in the Catholic Church. There's like over 300 saints, right? They were all tested anyway. All this testing, all this like checking and doing all that by the church itself, right? But there are so many holy people besides just, the few or whatever throughout history that did amazing things. It's so strict. And I think in me choosing to come on this platform and help everybody out, not just help in the church, not just help people already know God, that already know where to go for answers or know who to go for guidance, right? People at church already have somebody to go to. That's why I chose this platform. I chose this platform so I could help people who need something. I don't know, need help. So I could offer my help to everybody, not just a specific members only club. So that's what's been on my mind. And oh my gosh. No, okay. So, Debbie, that's the other thing. You grew up Lutheran, right? So you're like a Lutheran service is like a Catholic mass. Like most of it is like almost exactly the same. So the one prayer in the very beginning where you say, well, in Spanish is mi culpa, and you like hit your fist on your chest, saying you're basically confirming you are guilty, you are a sinner, you are such a horrible person. Right? Every time I did that, I'm like, I don't feel like a bad person. Like, I don't feel like I'm this horrible, like, human being. Like, oh my gosh, doing that every single time made me feel, and I grew up with anxiety and depression. Doing that just brought me down every time. Like, why are we doing this? Why? It was so, I don't know, it in my head, that just made it worse. It made my anxiety and my depression so much worse going to church when I was in my teens, and it was horrible. Horrible. Oh man. Now, there is one thing that happened in the church that really, like, it was like a wow moment. So, with some people, I began seeing, like, the auras, so the energy, right, around people. I didn't see it with everybody. I don't know what this energy was that I've been picking up on certain people, on specific people. And I think it was more maybe religious people. So I picked it up on the priest. So every time the priest would be up there, I would see the little halo, just like all the pictures in the church, right? I would see like a little energy halo around his head. People that would come from retreats, so they had been like 2 or 3 days praying, singing, getting to know God. Some of them would have this little halo thing. I thought that was the coolest. But in the middle of the whole mass, where they lift the host and the wine, and the priest does a prayer. So in the Catholic Church, it's believed that it's, in fact, the body and blood of Christ, right? So I was hesitant to 100% believe that. But I began to see a halo forming after the priest did his prayer. So he would lift it. He would do his prayer. And then a halo would form. He would lift the cup, do his prayer, another halo. I didn't know what to make of that, because I had only seen this energy or this halo around people, around living beings. And then I saw that. And I think this started happening about a year ago. Which was about the same time I started wanting to do tarot again and the cards. I was so split like, I know what I'm seeing is amazing. I know what I'm seeing is what so many people have described, and I'm seeing this for the first time, the actual transformation. But I'm so drawn to, like, using tools to help people. And they're so against that. So I'm stuck. Only thing I am 100% positive on I know my hands heal and help. Yes. So I gotta say, I picked up my first deck over 20 years ago because I'm so drawn to it. Okay. Yes, I am transforming. I love this new me. If this new me feels like the real me, like this part of me feels like it's been there forever, and I just open the box. I don't know if it's the fear of being seen, because publicly, right, before I set my account to private, everybody coming in through my live, beautiful people, everybody I've met on this app, open-minded, beautiful, like, hardly any trolls ever came through any of my lives. It was the people I have known most of my life that really got to me. Yeah, it's the judging part. It's the judging part. Because I don't really fear being seen here or on YouTube. Because I know my intention is good. My intention is to help. My intention is to have God guide me in the messages that I give. That is who I connect to for my healing as well. The judgment part. The being judged by the people I thought maybe could understand me more. Yeah. That judgment hurt. But you know what? That's not what hurt. Because I knew the judgment would come. Because they're not open-minded. They're so closed-minded, right? Strict by the rules. And anything that is divination in any way, shape, or form is automatically thrown into like black magic and witchcraft, right? It's automatically like same section. But I've been there for over 20 years. But I honestly never spoke to anyone, even in that religious circle, about even my own experiences within the church. The reason I stayed in the very beginning, when I was 15 years old, was because I was praying. So I was 15 years old, newly coming back to the church, didn't even know the biblical God by the book, right? I was coming into the church in prayer, so I was like, I had my eyes closed, deep prayer, And by this point in my life, I was so broken. Okay, I'm gonna cry. There's only 3 of you in here. I'm comfortable. God hugged me that day. God hugged me that day. And he held my hand. And that is why I stayed as long as I stayed. And ever since then, I've had such a close connection. And I never spoke about it because I felt so weird. I was judging myself in that same close-minded, judgmental mind. I was already thinking I was evil or something was wrong with me. Yes, Debbie. That is exactly what I feel. If God created everything, God created all people and all religions and all belief systems, and every way of teaching has to be of some good to us, not just one way, every which way. These are happy tears, okay? Because when I think of that moment when I felt the hug, oh my gosh, it's the most love-filled, beautiful energy I have ever felt. And that is the same energy I connect to when I put my hands out. That is the same exact energy I connect to. That's why when I send that energy out, it feels so peaceful. It feels so calming. I don't know. I channel it and it's beautiful. Yes, that's what it is, Deb. Unconditional love. It's exactly that. That's exactly what that is. Can't even describe what that is. So powerful. I don't have tissues. Oh my gosh. Deb. Okay, I've been out here for an hour. I should jump off soon, but Deb, let me show you something, okay? Let me show you. Hold on. Let me sanitize. Ooh, hold on. Let me get tissue before I show you. Okay, I'm good. So I have to send you another. I sent it to Juliana, but I don't know if she's busy. I don't know if she looked at it yet or not. I'm going to send it to you right now. I adjusted the margins a bit, but show you. Oh, okay. So as soon as you guys give me the okay, let me show you that. I was looking at the questions myself. And it's wide rule. So even if you have large script writing like I do, there's enough room. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you all for showing up and hearing my my story. I needed to release that. I think all this kind of got heavier because I've been having a hard time financially, but regardless of that, I never lose hope. Even if I'm in a rough financial spot, the money will always come in. Like, I got my business, I still got work and stuff coming in. So I never give up hope when it comes to money. I mean, I'm not rich. I don't have extra money or anything, but that doesn't really worry me too much, so I shouldn't really worry about much anyway. Yep, money will come. Always does. Thank you, Melissa. I know, I love my journey so far. It's just the beginning. It's only been a few years since I was reawakened from shutting all that down for almost 2 decades. So here I go. And you guys are coming with me on this journey, this roller coaster ride. Yes, it is. It is that. It always, okay, October, November, and December. I know. If you have a business and you don't make money October, November, and December, you gotta switch something up. Just saying. So you're gonna be seeing a whole bunch of my stuff this week and next week, okay? You're gonna be seeing all my chip bags, or all my chocolate wrappers, all my... If I don't feel like doing much, I'm even going to start knitting some hats. I mean, you're going to see a bunch of stuff popping up on both my pages. This one and my business page. I am ready to grow in every single aspect, okay? As a businesswoman, as a mother, as a healer, all around. Full, brand new me. Yeah. It's only one pair. I only made one. So there's only one on there. I was going to make 2 or 3, but I couldn't decide if I wanted to make more earrings or bookmarks. So right now there's only one pair of butterfly earrings. I think they're on there. Let me check. I haven't shipped them out. I still got them. And my jewelry. So I'm going to make more earrings, more bracelets, more bookmarks. Yes. Thank you, Melissa. Good night. I'm going to head to bed too. Deb, I'll send you the link to the butterfly earrings. Let me see. Butterfly, where are they? I'll send you a link. I think it's the only pair I have on there. Oh, they're not showing up. That's why nobody bought them. I didn't put them in the same section with the bracelets. Okay, I'll send you the link. I thought it was weird that everybody liked them, but nobody had, purchased them yet. Deb, you are, the luckiest person I know. So, this is great. Okay, so I'm not going to put it in the section anyway. I'm just going to send you the direct link. Oh, I didn't do that. You know what? I usually, on the very back page, I usually put my info for my website and whatnot. I forgot to do that. Okay, so I'll do that. I'm going to add my stuff on my... Yeah, because usually I have a QR code I put here and my phone number and stuff right there. I forgot. I didn't. Last page, nothing. This is... They're gonna like it. Now, I did have some satin for the cover, but laminating makes it sturdier, and you could stick washi tape and stuff right here and post-it notes to use in your journal. So I laminated the covers. Oh. See, I wasn't even going to do that either. Deb, I should have you do my marketing. See, I'm good at designing for websites, for paper stuff. I'm good at doing the work stuff. I'm even good at doing advertisements for other people. When it comes to my own marketing, I mean, maybe it's a good thing word of mouth gets me my customers because my work speaks for itself, but I'm horrible at marketing myself. Okay, Deb, so I'm going to jump off. I'm going to send you the link. That is so funny. It wasn't even showing up on the front page, but that's good for you because nobody got it. And I think I used, what did I use? Rainbow Fluorite. So the purple on the bottom is Rainbow Fluorite. Yeah, no, here they are. I'm going to send you the link. That was a nice little mishap on my end. Lucky enough for you. Yep, and it's purple. So I was just trying to find two matching stones to put on the bottom, and I picked the purple ones. Yeah, they weren't even showing up on the front page. I was like, that's so weird. Everybody liked those. Okay, well, I'm going to jump off of here. I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to add my name to this, and I will be back on live tomorrow. So I'm going to jump in your live when you're on, and right after you're done with your live, then I'll jump in on mine. I like that throughout my day. Starting my day with you, and then I jump in on my live. Okay, good night. Good night. I will see you tomorrow.